be advised that a noticeable taste of blood is not part of any test protocol.
I don't want to be in beta. This will be the first expansion of World of Warcraft where I did not want to be in beta. The War Within beta timing has been announced. It is starting on June the 5th, which is very soon, my friends, and today I wanted to check in with you and have a nice little coffee chat. Yes, virtual coffee chat about the beta, upcoming expectations, and whether or not we should buy the expansion if we haven't bought it yet. Mainly with the purpose of getting into beta. So I'm gonna go through this webpage with this absolutely gorgeous. Can I just say that this is an absolutely gorgeous artwork? I think it's one of the best works that I have seen from them. I think something slightly changed in the stylistic kind of representation of these characters here on the screen. If you zoom in, they look slightly stylistically different. Let me know in the comments down below if you pick up on that too. I think it looks absolutely freaking gorgeous personally. And what I am planning to do about it. They tell us that the War Within beta begins June the 5th. So most important here is that they will be inviting community veterans, press, fan sites, friends and family to check out the expansion over the course of the next few weeks. However, the players who purchase or who upgrade to the Epic edition of War Within will also get immediate access to beta. That's important because they're talking specifically here about Epic edition, which is very important. So let's take a look at the pricing of that a little bit later in the video. So we'll bring it back to the price of the expansion. So that guarantees you access to beta. What's in beta and what can we expect, right? Well, they are going to give us all the zones, what's available, new systems, complete leveling experience, zones, dungeons, delves, warbands, new playable earthen race, and are all available in the beta. Raid testing will come at a later time, but who wants to raid test when you're playing solo and just figuring things out? This gives you information and demystifies a lot before you enter the game and can be a player first and content creator, whoever you are, later. Of course, my channel would benefit from having something new to you to talk to you about, like if I start exploring Isle of Dawn, and then I'll be able to talk to you if I like it, and if I don't, and whatever. It gives topics, yeah, of conversation. But I've been doing it for a long time, yeah, playing the game even longer than I've been doing these conversations, this little channel. And I can tell you that the views, the clicks, the other kind of things that I get out of this, while they pay for it's a monetized channel, and while they pay for my coffee, I don't think that they are worth spoiling myself in terms of me being a player first and content creator second. And that kind of brings me to the punchline that I don't want to be in beta. This will be the first expansion of World of Warcraft where I did not want to be in beta. I am looking forward to the expansion. I'm looking forward to specifically some elements of it, such as recently mentioned aerial combat, sounds interesting, and delves as the open world solo friendly content that provides meaningful upgrades and loot experience and loot upgrades. The allied race of the Earthen, while really nicely detailed and really nicely decorated, they're very nice models, I absolutely don't appeal to me. The proof of that is that I do not have a single dwarf or any kind of even iron dwarf in my lineup of numerous alts that I have. I simply, while I love how they talk and while I love their appearance in the movies, let's say, where they come from, Tolkien and other kind of stuff, Lord of the Rings primarily comes to mind, doesn't it? While I love them, yeah, I don't want to play one because they are geometrically positioned too close to the ground and their animations simply on the screen don't appeal to me. Dungeons, my friends, we have 2 years ahead, regardless of what Chris Metzen told us at BlizzCon. We have 2 years of this content to digest. So right now, jumping into something that will spoil the appetite for later, do you know what I mean? Like having this ahead of time is taking away from our experience as players, which is why absolutely I can wait. I can wait and then I can explore this, yeah? And the new features such as the delves, again, I'm going to savor this I'm going to spend most of my time here. So I absolutely look forward to this mount. I absolutely look forward to warbands partially. I know a lot of people lose their mind over warbands. Look, it's just an account-wide everything. That's all it is. It's an account-wide everything. It's convenient. It's a convenience of life, great feature, all of that is great. I'm very, very happy about that. But am I losing my mind about, oh, I can't wait till I try warbands? Come on, man. Like, why? Why? As far as the hero talents are concerned, yes, I am interested in this. I am absolutely interested in expanding on this, but I also, in case you are purely a World of Warcraft player and somehow ignore or zone out when I talk about Path of Exile, second game in my life happens to be Path of Exile, and I will continue switching between Path of Exile and World of Warcraft going forward. Everyone gets a piece of content from me, yeah? In Path of Exile, you also have different classes, and you also have effectively specializations of how you grow and build your character. And there is also this concept of Ascension. Ascension gives you kind of a super class, if you like, or this kind of hero talent set. Like World of Warcraft, finally, after 20 years, they're getting to the same concept. So you can be a witch in Path of Exile, and then you can become a necromancer, dedicated necromancer, with extra set of talents too. Yes, so extra set of talent tree opens to you. They are doing exactly the same thing, and I spoke about this in an ancient video when this was first announced. So with that in mind, absolutely yes, I am looking forward to this. This is a great thing. I think this is going to be fantastic. It is going to give a bit of a more unique flavor to our characters. I look forward to it. Do I need to test it ahead of time? Absolutely not. I know that I will buy it. Of course I'll buy it. I'm not fooling anyone, not you, not me here. Of course I'll buy it, the expansion. However, my only way to vote for the right kind of treatment of community, for the right kind of content, is to vote with my money. And they don't care about anything else. They don't care about anything else. And with that in mind, I do believe that I want to see as much as possible of development of this beta and of the War Within before I say to them at basically the last moment as possible, I'm going to extend it for as much as possible and then say, okay, now here is my money for the base level expansion just so that I can play it, which is usually digital version. I have the money for Epic version. I have the money for whichever version. Yeah, and I played the game to even mentally justify to myself of why I would spend this kind of money. But I don't think one can be right or wrong. It's just an approach. You may approach it differently, and I welcome your opinion in the comments down below. But this is mine. This is how I treat it. That's why I'm not rushing it. And as you figured out by now, I don't want to be in beta, so that just buy an expansion and be invited into beta is not a driver for me at all. Finally, let's see the pricing for the Epic Edition. So the pricing of the Epic Edition, my friends, take a look at this. The Epic Edition costs roughly twice as much as the base edition costs. So base edition will get me into the War Within, and it already is not pennies, it's 74 Australian dollars. I mean, it's still money, like it's quite a bit. And you get some cosmetics, you get bits and pieces, you get some game time, of course, in it. So game time is probably the only valuable thing there, because game time is, you know, each month is about $20 Australian, so you can consider that adds to the game time. Other than the game time, it is of no interest to me. It is of no interest to pre-purchase this to me. However, you might be different. I'll leave it there. I don't want to sound judgy or whatever. You tell me how you feel about this. But this is my take on it. I don't want to be in beta. I hope I explained without being negative as to why I don't want to be in beta. I am absolutely going to be playing the game. I absolutely will buy an expansion, but I am in no rush to buy it. I'm going to see exactly how it continues to evolve. We only have about $20 because it's 30 days of game time baked into this Epic Edition. It's not worth that extra for me, and that's where I stand. You tell me how this news of beta being just around the corner, how you feel about it. Do you want to be in beta? If so, how do you manage your burnout? Or is it not a concern for you at all? Fair enough. I'm very, very jealous if that's in fact the case. For me, burnout is a real thing. and I don't want to burn out. I want to extend the period of time before I burn out as much as possible. But yeah, again, I welcome your thoughts on this, and thank you for tuning in. And especially if you're watching up until this very moment, you are very, very, very special. I treat you as a supporter and as a very close virtual friend who I have never met, but hopefully spoken to in the comments down below. And now it's your cue to give the video a like and leave a comment. Goodbye for now. Talk to you about something else, World of Warcraft related, most likely very soon.